Hi guys, I'm not really sure what to call today's video. The reason being, what it is, I'm going to show you in this track how you can add different elements into your track to make it not sound repetitive. So, therefore, making your track sound more interesting, making it sound different all the time. I'm going to give you an example of this. So, what I've got here, I've got a simple 8-bar loop with an arp, a bass line, and a kick and a snare. I'll give you a quick playthrough of it. Okay, so we've got a little intro here, so I'll play the intro as well. Okay, so that will be the intro. But what I've got here, I've then got the same sort of sequence here, repeated here. Obviously, if we just play that, the same thing over and over again, the listener's going to get very bored. If you've got 44 seconds basically of the same sort of thing. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you different techniques you can use to make the sound, make the second part sound different to keep the listener interested. So I'm not talking about changing the bass line or adding different elements into the track, different melodies and stuff. I'm just talking about adding little tiny things in that you can use to make it sound slightly different. And there's different ways we can do this. One of them is we can add effects in, likes of swooshes and stuff. One of them we can add extra percussion in, extra drums. One of them we can add synths, and one of them we can use effects, likes of delay, reverb and stuff, to make it sound different. So like I say, if we were just to have this repeating for the full 44 seconds, it's going to sound boring. We can add little things in. So what I've got here, I've got a little submarine hit, and I've got some other little noise that I found, and I've cut it up. So I'll show you what I mean here now. So imagine this, we're just playing along. So there we've got a couple of different elements in the track that's making it sound different from the first part. It's not making it repetitive, and we've not really added a lot. So I'll just give you a quick overview of what I've actually done here. So I found a submarine hit. And then what I've done with that is I've just added some ping pong delay to that. That's all I've done. What I've then done is I've then made a copy of it. I've panned it hard left, and I've also put it up a full octave, and I've then made a copy of that and panned this hard right and put this up a full octave too, and just turned it down compared to the main one, so you get this sound. Just a nice little ambient noise in the background. Now for the second synth, what we've got here is we've got just a very, very big sound. So what I've done with this is I've just took the first two bars of this. I've then gone into the second part of it using the cut tool. I've then gone to I've then cut up every single one like this. I've done that right to the end there. I've then held Control to select them all, then hold Alt, and I just made them a little bit smaller like that. I've done that right throughout, so I've done the full thing of this. I'm doing it again. So you get this sound. And again, that's going to, what we've done with this is we've added ping pong delay again. We've added some reverb, and we've took out obviously the bass note. So without them in, a very different sound. So Put them together. When you play that with the track. It's just nice little ambient noises in the background that's playing along there. So we move on to the second example. So what we're going to hear, we've just added some extra drums in, some extra shakers. If you listen to Billie Jean by Michael Jackson, they use this little shaker thing where they add extra shakers in. So I'll just quickly play through this. So what we've done here, we've added some shakers in just towards the end of the second bar. And it's just a very simple loop. And then also you can double click on to get these are called ghost notes, so you can see if you have more than one instrument in the same pattern, you can activate ghost notes. And would that be view? You know what, I'm not even sure what it is, but it's somewhere anyway. You can activate ghost note. Oh, there we go, ghost channels. And that will allow you to see the other patterns and stuff you've got as well. And so to get to it, you just right click, double click, and it'll bring you to it. So the second part, we have just a little rim shot. And what we've got with those, they go to track 16, and again, just a little bit of ping pong delay on it, using delay free. And again, that just makes it sound slightly different. So then we'll move on to the synth. So we can add synths in. Now, I'm not talking about adding additional melodies into it, extra, changing your main melody or anything like that. These are just adding on to make it sound slightly different. So they won't be playing right throughout. So a couple of melodies I'm going to show you first of all is a little guitar riff. We'll just play this. Very, very simple guitar riff, playing the same notes as this. So this will be just another example of a sound you can go for if you don't want to use the guitar. And it just adds something into it, so it's not like the same thing repeating over, and it gives us the listener something new to listen to. So this is just using Citrus. Preset called Angela. So how can we? Why these notes? I'll show you why I've chose these notes. So these are just the 3 notes from here. I've just took 3 notes from the app. You can also go to the pad as well and just pick 3 notes. I tend to do the notes falling, so I will tend to find 2 notes that are together. For example, these 2, and then maybe that one, or even that one sounds, all right. So I tried to pick 2 notes together, and I have the notes falling, so I wouldn't really have them going up, I would have them coming down. And that's just what we've done here. You have 3 notes just falling down. And towards the end of it, I've given it like a little bendy sort of sound here. Because this is using Citrus, you can use the portamento and shift knobs. So I've used a slide knob. And then gone here, no, I've not gone in there. I've gone in here and changed it to half a step, and that's allowed me to add these in. I just added them either side, just to give it a bit of a wobble effect. So next example is another synth, another sort of synth sound, and again, what this is just the same 3 notes, and we just got them repeating along again, just in this sort of pattern. What I've done with this as well, I've gone to pan, and I've panned the notes left and right, so just to give it something a bit different. So if we listen to that. So again, this isn't you know, really part of the track as such. It's not an ARP or anything like that. This is just something here to make it sound a bit different and change what the listener is listening to. Now the final thing I'm going to look at here is adding effects. So what we've got here, we've got the bass line, we've added a high pass to the bass line, and we've added a flanger to the ARP. And then here we've added some reverb, sort of coming up to the ARP sound. CPU spiking like crazy. So that's how we can use effects. So you can just to add effects in there, add, you know, take out a couple of notes like a kick and stuff as well, just to make it sound slightly different. Now, what I've got here now is an example of maybe using 2 or 3 of them together, 2 or 3 of the effects together. So obviously you don't have to go through everyone, you can add them all in together. So what we've got here is we've got the shaker sort of pattern here, the drums. Playing underneath, we've got these sort of effect sounds, and then we have the guitar sound as well. So I'll just play that for you, if the CPU allows it. Okay, so what we've got there then, we've got about 1.5 minutes of basically a kick, a snare, a bass line, an ARP and a pad, just playing the same notes over and over again. So this is how, using stuff like this, using again, even with the effects coming here, with the low pass filter, building everything back up again, you can maybe even have like a high string playing over the top. But even using the likes of, you know, effects here, and using the stuff like this here, we're building, we've got a very minimal track, like I say, a kick, a snare, you know, bass, ARP and pad, very, very minimal track, and it's lasting 1.5 minutes, and it doesn't get boring. It constantly changing, it's constantly sounding interesting, and we've done that by not using a lot of musical elements. Like I said, we've got, you know, a couple of maybe synth sounds in it, you know, guitar. Everything else is, you know, extra drums and stuff, just emphasizing, you know, every couple of bars, and then just some effects playing over the top. Ambient noises sort of playing in the background so the listener can just hear them as they're moving along. So stuff's constantly changing, but it's not sort of changing if you understand what I'm saying. We've got a very minimal track that's 1.5 minutes long. Like I say, it's constantly changing, so it keeps the listener interested. So when you're building minimal tracks, or even if you know, you listen to tracks and you think it sounds a bit boring or a bit repetitive, but you know, you like the length of the track, you can add a few of these different elements in to try and make your track sound, you know, a bit more interesting, and make it sound, you know, different. So guys, that's about it for this video. Just a couple of things that I wanted to point out for you as well. Number one is, you can probably see the CPU spiking quite a lot there. The reason being, I've just got a new laptop and I haven't quite sussed out the OBS settings on it yet. They're just all over the place, so you know, I'm going to need a little time to get them sorted out, so it, you know, records high enough quality, but doesn't absolutely, you destroy the CPU. Second thing is, you've probably noticed there's not been a lot of uploads lately on the channel. I'm very busy with other music commitments at the moment, so I'm trying to get as much stuff as I can up, but I don't want to like dilute it with absolute nonsense on there, on the channel for you. So I want to keep it, fairly decent, high standard stuff that you can actually use and you find interesting, rather than fill it full of crap. I do in November. I will be able to maybe go back to uploading every day or every other day. I've got some free time in November, so I'm going to focus a lot on the channel and stuff in November. So anyone, guys, that's still sticking around, still showing support, I really do appreciate it. And guys, if you've any videos, any ideas for videos and stuff that you want to hit me up with now, go ahead and do so. And then when it gets back to around, when I can upload daily or every other day again, I'll certainly take all those into consideration, because to be fair, I am drying up with sort of synthwave stuff. I can definitely show you a lot of different techniques with regards to different genres, and I can certainly show you how to make a lot of different genres. I'm still running the how to sound like series, but it does take a lot of work into doing that. I'm sure you can imagine having to dissect tracks. Can't be done in one day. It does take a couple of days. I have got a couple of those planned coming up. But any other ideas, guys, any other techniques you want to see, if you want to see more genres out there other than synthwave that you want me to show you, hands up music or EDM or any of that tosh, do leave it in the comment section below. So that's about it, guys. Thanks for watching.